UFC 313 is over. Here's my experience.
I see my haters proud of me now. When I'm around, it's all smiles. I took over my whole town.
To kick this thing off, I'll give this card a solid 8 out of 10. With that being said, let's jump into the first fight of the night. We had Mr. Ozzy Diaz versus the Jordan Santos. This fight was probably going to be fight of the night all the way up until the co-main event. But besides that, fun, drag him out, knock him out war. Santos looked like he was gassed outside of the first round. But then again, that just looked like his fighting style towards the end of it because he looked like he kept trying to put pressure on him, keep coming forward. But Ozzy Diaz was able to land the more cleaner shots during the entire fight. He was able to rock Santos a couple of times, so I had no problem with that decision. After that fight, we had the fight where I was like, what in the hell are these judges on tonight? We had Mr. Marion Santos versus Francis Marshall. Francis Marshall, I thought, won the fight pretty easily, in my opinion. Round 2s and 3s by far. I mean, you could say he just took him down, didn't do much, but he took him down, and Santos couldn't do anything with it. Plus, on top of that, Marshall was landing the more cleaner shots, and it looked like he had Santos in more danger the entire fight. Marshall even got a knockdown during the fight, and I'm pretty sure he outstruck him. I just don't know how in the world Santos won that fight. I have to go back and rewatch that fight, but watching it live, I thought it was an easy 2-1 victory, maybe 3-0 victory. In the third fight of the night, we had the first fight that I feel like we have a contender being born. We had Mr. Carlos Leal versus Alex Morono. I know Alex Morono has been a UFC vet for a while, but most people just don't walk through Alex Morono the way Carlos Leal did it. I mean, straight punches, uppercuts, whatever he wanted to throw. When he landed, it looked like he affected Alex Morono very, very badly. And Carlos Leal just looked like he packed power in every single punch he threw. So Carlos Leal, who he fights next, I have no idea. He should be 2-0 in the UFC. That Renat fight is still one of the worst decisions I think I've seen. But what did you guys think about Carlos Leal? I think he should fight somebody in the top 15 his next time out. What did you guys think? Let me know. Next fight of the night, we had Mr. Bruno Ferreira versus Armin Petrosian. Bruno Ferreira was an absolute soldier this fight. I mean, getting kicked in the nuts multiple times. Some of them kind of questionable, but that one of the ones that he got kicked in the nuts and was clear cut ball shot. And I was like, damn, that hurts. But he was able to fight that round out, and he was able to get the finish in the second round. He was able to snap on that triangle and the armbar combination so fast and be able to put so much torque behind it. It was kind of scary. But Bruno Ferreira is able to get back in the win column. Who does Bruno the Hulk Ferreira fight next? I don't know, but I will be watching and I will be entertained. In the prelim main event of the night, we had Mr. Joshua Van versus Ray Tashura. First fight between two people born in the 2000s. Kind of insane, and it was more insane when you can tell the difference level of skill that they had. Joshua Van looked like he was a 10-year vet on top of Tashura. Tashura had no idea what to do when he couldn't get Joshua Van down, and Joshua Van was able to put it on that man. In a 5-round fight, I think Joshua Van finishes his fight, but it was only a 3-round fight. And the way that Joshua Van was able to finish that fight is something you want to see from young fighters. He looked dominated through and through this fight. I mean, Tashura just had no answer for him on the Hopefully this will be a learning experience for Tashura, and he comes back even better. But Joshua Van more than likely breaks into the top 15 with a win right here. Who do you guys want to see Joshua Van fight next? Opening up the main card, we had a fighting nerd on the card, so you know that means he's going to come and put on an absolute banger. We have Mauricio Rufy versus King Green. Mauricio Rufy, hell of a striker, hell of a finish. Top 15 bound. Probably not after this fight, but he should be in the top 15 very soon. Probably fighting somebody in the top 15 his next fight out. Mauricio Rufy was able to land a picture-perfect head spinning heel kick. Spinning heel on King Green. It sounded like a baseball bat hit him, and he just collapsed over when it did. The fight was over. I'm glad he hit him again because it was totally unnecessary if he did. But Mauricio Rufy, one of the nastiest spinning heel kicks you will see. Still the best one I've ever seen. Edson Barboza versus Terry Adam. But besides the point, beautiful spinning heel kick. Fighting nerds get another vicious win. What do you guys want to see Mauricio Rufy fight next? In the only women's MMA fight of the night, we had Amanda Lemos versus Isman Lucindo. Amanda Lemos looked like the veteran she was and just put it on Lucindo. Lucindo didn't have any type of answer for anything Amanda Lemos was trying to do, and it showed. It was very evident in that. Amanda Lemos was able to just beat her up all 3 rounds, honestly. I don't think Isman had Amanda Lemos in any type of danger the entire fight, which is kind of is what it is. Amanda Lemos was able to show that she is still here and she is still going to be a very, very dangerous fighter in this weight class. Following that fight, we had Mr. Ignacio Baja Mendez versus Jalen Turner. Ignacio Baja Mendez showed that he is not just a pure striker. That man has a ground game, and he was able to snap on that arm triangle extremely fast, and Jalen Turner just couldn't get out of it. Jalen Turner did say he was retired after this fight. I don't think he's going to stay retired. He's 29 years old, and he's just losing to straight-up beast. I mean, Renato Marcano, Ignacio Baja Mendez is nothing to hold your head down about. That man's 29 years old. I feel like he's going to be back before the end of the year, more than likely. Ignacio Baja Mendez adds Jalen Turner's name to his resume. He also adds a top 15 number next to his name come Tuesday. Who do you guys want to see the Chilean phenom fight next? That man's stock is at an all-time high right now, and I will buy more of it. In the co-main event of the night, we had Mr. Justin Gaethje versus Rafael Fiziev. Fiziev showed out in the first round like he did in the first fight, and Justin Gaethje took over in the late part of the fight like he did in the first fight. Pretty much, if you've seen the first fight, you've seen the second fight. Maybe a couple more oohs and ahs, but it's literally damn near the same exact fight, in my opinion, honestly. Rafael Fiziev looked like he was in better shape in the third round this time, but Justin Gaethje was able to take over the later part of the rounds in the back half of the fight, so Justin Gaethje wins a pretty comfortable 2-1 decision for me. Who do you guys want to see Justin Gaethje fight next? Do y'all think he is next in line for the title shot versus Islam Makhachev? Or do y'all think it's going to go to Charles Oliveira, Arman Sarukian, or Ilia Topuria coming up? There's 3 guys. Out of those 3 guys, one of them are going to have to fight each other. How do y'all think the UFC lightweight division is going to break off in this? Let me know. In the main event of the night, we had the UFC's biggest star at the moment, Mr. Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev. Ankalaev had a game plan that was to take him down eventually, and that game plan never came to fruition, but he was able to hold his own, standing straight up and throwing punches at him and punching him up against the cage. I know Alex Pereira didn't agree with the decision. He said if you gave him the belt for that type of performance, you're just going to incentivize it. But to play devil's advocate to that point, if you don't get off the cage, then whose fault is that? Magomed Ankalaev did what he needed to do. He outlanded Alex Pereira, Ankalaev also had the most dangerous moment in the fight. At the end of the second round, he was almost able to finish the fight, as he was able to absolutely rock Alex Pereira with a left hand. No problem with the decision. I actually agree with the decision. I thought it was 3-2, maybe a 4-1. I would have to go back and rewatch. I do think Alex Pereira probably gets an immediate title rematch, or I think he deserves it. After fighting that many times in a row in the championship fights, and winning championship fights and knocking people out in championship fights, I think if any champion deserves an immediate rematch, it would be an Alex Pereira. So I think that's next for Magomed Ankalaev. And yeah, that's UFC 313. That's how I experienced it. What did you guys think? What was your favorite highlight of it? What was your favorite highlight of the night? What was your favorite low light of the night? Let me know down below in the comments. Like always, if you enjoyed the video, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Be good people. Peace. See, I'm glad I did that. And it is